there, my friends. How are you? I know it's a really weird time. It's kind of early. It's not even dinner time yet, but the weather's kind of funky around here, and I don't want to get stuck not being able to show you this truck because I started this the other day, and I want to finish it. So, be sure you let me know when you're here. I would love it if you would share this with some friends. Share the video when you see it. Leave me a comment. Remember, I am taking notes of the comments, and I will give away a product on Monday. So anyone who leaves me a comment will be entered to win one of the projects that I did this week. I don't know which one it's going to be, but we'll see. All right. Yeah, I can see that you can see me. That's cool. Okay. So the other day, I did the truck. This is the coolest truck ever. I really think this is a Surface from Chalk Couture. It comes just like this, already painted white. I did this in 3 colors. I used the Shimmer Splash, Ocean Mist. I'll learn the colors really soon. And then I did black for the tires because I thought that would be a good idea. But I wanted to let you know that it could go this way too. So the truck, depending on where you're trying to put this in your display, you could do it both ways. You could also do a one color on one side and one color on another. The blue truck is for my husband. He has a really old Ford truck that he loves, and it's blue. And he's going to drive it till it doesn't drive anymore. So, okay, so here's the truck. That's super cool. And that has its own little transfer that bring it over so you can see it. This is the transfer for the truck. See, it's in 2 pieces. It's a layer. So you do one color on the bottom, one color on the top. You could do it all one color if you want, but it's done in 2 pieces. All right, super easy. This is the other one, and this all one piece. I will put the links in the description after. I'll come back and add them. Super easy to do. It's not a complicated one, but then you pick the add-on to the vintage truck. And these are the cutout accessories. They come, there's 4 of them in this pack. What are you going to get? You are going to end up with these 2 and then these 2, right? Okay, so what does that mean? The truck, let's move this out of the way, sits right here, and you pick what is going to go on here. Welcome Autumn, over the river through the woods, loads of love, farm fresh produce. Right. Okay, so since it's still July, I'm going to do farm fresh produce, and I am going to do the watermelons. So these little guys are going to be watermelon, and they are going to sit right there. I mean, really, how cute could it be? So it looks like this, right? Okay, so we've got the truck. We're halfway there. One of the things that you want to know, when you look at this package in the fine print, and be sure to check it out, you're going to want to fuzz your transfer. We'll talk about that. But you're going to want to wax the surface. So why are you waxing it, and what does that mean? Well, sometimes you might want to change it up. Definitely with these, you're going to want to change it up. Because this could be the hearts, but it could also be the Christmas tree. So I'm going to want to be able to change these for the next season, right? So I want to be able to, and remember, the Chalkology paste washes right off with water. Super easy. But sometimes it leaves a stain if it's a bright color. So if you wax it, then it won't leave a stain. So this is the surface wax. And I always keep a paper towel in there. And you're just going to rub it on the top. And I don't know which way I want these to go. So to make my life easy, I'm going to do both sides. And it's not like a big adventure. It's not, you don't have to like do anything super crazy. You just have to rub it on with a paper towel, right? Super easy. Okay, so what that's going to do is kind of seal the wood a little bit and protect it from getting stained by the chalk. Okay, so now I'm ready to pick out my transfers. I told you I was going to do the watermelon. So I have a light and a dark. This is pistachio, and this one is pesto. All right? And then, because I am matchy-matchy, I'm going to do Farm Fresh Produce, but I think I'm going to do it in Shimmer Splash on here. Ooh, I should have waxed that. Move over, Mr. Chuck. And let's do that quick before I forget, because I might want to change it again. And I want it to stay easy to just rinse off my my paste. Even after it dries, doesn't matter. You can take it off whenever you want. Maybe tomorrow we'll do a removal of paste so that you can see. But it's super simple. Okay, so there's that, and there's that, and I'm going to work on my transfer. Now, you don't have to do all of this extra. You could just love the truck and be good with it. Or you could make this truck a centerpiece of your decoration, and you could change it up every season. So the truck could always be there, and then you're going to add to it. All right, so I want the watermelon. Now I want to show you something else too. If I were doing this on something not these little pieces, I was going to do this on just a board, another surface, which you can do, definitely. You'll notice these little marks right here. These are registration marks that line up to help you get these lined. It's not going to work here because this is smaller, right? But what I'm using to line up with on these little pieces of these accessory pieces is I'm going to use the wood itself is going to help me. So there's that. And then I want fresh produce. Farm Fresh Produce. Oh, have you had a chance to get to any farm stands this year? Let's see, I've had strawberries and raspberries, and the peaches came out this week. Nothing grown here, though. But at least they're farm fresh. We actually get things. Vermont has a very short season. Short growing season. We do have one. But, alright, so I have this is going to go on my board. Right here. And this is going to go on here. Right? Right, so first thing I need to do is to get my fuzzing cloth. As you can see, this is really the simplest craft you've ever done in your life. And it looks like you are so talented. So these are reusable, sticky, adhesive back transfers. They're silk screened, so they're so much easier to use. They don't stretch out of shape and get wonky the way a vinyl transfer would be. You peel it off the back. You're going to use it again and again. I'm going to put this down here for a minute. And that's going to make it not quite so sticky. I'm going to want to do what's called fuzzing. This is where I'm going to put it back after I rinse it off. But I want to make sure that I get the right side. And I tell you this every time, and people are like, all right, you told us. But sometimes it's your first time watching. It's shiny on one side, kind of matte finish on the back. I want to make sure that when I stick this back down, I get it on the shiny side. So I'm going to flip it over on the matte side, and I'm going to write Farm Fresh Produce with a Sharpie back here. Okay? Now it's good. And I have fuzzed it a couple times. And now I'm ready to put it on my board. And the fun thing about this is you can move it around so you get it where you want it. Don't feel like, oh, I didn't do it right. I actually put it on where I want it the first time. Kind of match up, no measuring needed. eyeballs are perfect. And I'm going to move you out of the way for a minute. And I am going to do this out of Shimmer Splash, which I love. The Chalkology paste is a super cool consistency. It's kind of a mix between yogurt and sour cream, right? And I'm just going to put this on, and then I'm going to come back, and I'm just going to go right over the white is the silk, is where the opening is in the silk screen, right? Take off the excess because you don't need any extra. Put it on down. See how easy this is? Really easy. Easy peasy. Now this is going to have a glimmer to it, and I don't have glitter all over the house. In my face, up my nose. I was thinking today, as a paper crafter girl, how not messy this is. I don't know if you are a paper crafter like I was, but I always have a recycled trash container under my desk that's full every week. My husband empties it for me. He does spoil me. And I don't have that with Chalk Couture. The only thing I have is I might have some wipes if I happen to get some on me. I take the excess and I put it back, and we're good to go. And now we're ready to peel and reveal. I love this part. Just kind of peel it off. So cool. Now you're looking at it and seeing those little splotches. It's because that is the way it was designed. It was designed to look like it's old and worn. It's not like it came out wrong. That's exactly the way it was designed to come out, right? So it looks like you sanded it without even having to sand it. Love it. All right, so I'm going to put this down over here so I don't get it all over. This is like the simplest. I'm just following the products the way they were. I'm not modifying these. I'm just going with them the way they were. I could have put this on a board that I picked up at the hardware store. I could put it on a crate. Look how cute he looks. I'm going to lay it down so that you can see it, because you can't see it from up there. Right? All right, so now he's waiting for his watermelon. Let's get our watermelon going. Now the watermelon comes in two parts. This is going to be the light green, and this is going to be the dark green. All right? And they're going to go right there. So I'm going to cut these one more time. When I'm doing this, I always feel like I should have like Vanna White music going on. No, I'm not singing. All right, so this is going to be watermelon. Base. And this is going to be, you can call it whatever you want, but this is how I'm going to remember it. Watermelon stripe. Okay. So here we go, right? See, we've got these little registration marks. I don't know if I can show you this on here. Let me try. So I would line this up. Oh, you know, I can do it on this. Here, a little watermelon base. So I would put this on something that was bigger. And when I put this down, I would make sure that I chalked in those little circles. And then when I come in with this one, I line those little circles up, and then I make sure that my top layer is perfectly coordinated with the bottom, right? In this particular instance, though, we're using the wooden shape, and that's what's going to tell us what goes where. Yep, and I had it backwards, so good thing I waxed both sides. So there's how that goes. Make sure there's lumps or bumps. Right? Stick it down, good. And I'm going to do the light pistachio. I have to say it that way. I don't know why. Pistachio. And I'm going to put that down first. Right? So scooch you right over there, little buddy. Kind of messy. But messy's good. And this stuff washes right off with water. It's so simple. It doesn't stain you. Doesn't get on you. I actually got the paste on white pants the other day, and I just threw them right in the wash, and it came right out. I did it right away. I didn't give it a chance to dry for 3 days. But the other thing, the ink will. Now remember, you can get Chalkology ink and Chalkology paste from me. The ink is made to be used on porous surfaces like shirts and totes and pillows. And that is permanent. You heat set that and it's there for good. So now we're going to peel off the watermelon, which kind of looks like eggs right now. And then we're going to dry this baby before we put our next layer in. Right? So this truck is just waiting to get pumpkins in it, and then some other pumpkins around it. Maybe some real mini pumpkins. I have this thing about those little mini gourds. I just think they're the cutest little things. I know it's still July, but September's coming. That could be Easter eggs. Right? If I did those in different pastels, we made it be Easter eggs. Okay. You could just walk away and let this dry, come back in a few minutes, or you can rush it if you have no patience and you want it done, and use your hair dryer, or this is our heat dry tool. It doesn't get as hot as a hair dryer, so it's kind of cool. All right, so now I gotta line this up. With the colors underneath. Okay, and then I'm going to go with my darker pesto and get my lines. Come on, pesto. This actually does look like real pesto. And then when I get all done, scoogee off the excess and put it back. And then we are ready to peel and reveal this one. Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen? Do those not look like watermelons? I love it. I read a thing today that said you can tell, how do you know if a watermelon's ripe? That it's 2 fingers between the stripe in the light part. I never heard that before. But that supposedly tells you when it's ready. I have to try. I always guess or buy the pre-cut watermelon. Alrighty, so now let's see what we've got. I'm going to lay this down so that you can see it, but then I'll take a picture of it standing up. So this goes here, and then this goes right there, kind of like building blocks. Isn't that cute? I love it. All right, well, thanks for coming, watching me play with the chalk. And if the weather stays good, maybe I'll be back later. If not, I will see you here tomorrow. I'll put the links up of where I got all these pieces and what they are if you decide you want to try a truck of your very own. This is really cool in that you will use it all year round. It's not a one-time thing. It's not something that's you can use the truck for all the holidays. All right, everybody, have a great night. I'll see you soon. Bye.